How to get motivated when you're burnt out. 1. Know the signs of burnout. Burnout is a medical condition that manifests itself through various observable symptoms. Although it is not a disease in the original sense of the word, it is a complication that can lead to other mental and physical ailments. Identification of the signs of burnout is the most fundamental of the burnout recovery stages, without which proper treatment is impossible. The following are the most common signs of burnout: cynicism and negativity during interactions with people. Burnout makes people withdraw into themselves. Avoiding social situations is common in people working through burnout. Lack of energy. Work no longer satisfies, it seems like a burden. Productivity plummets as work loses its appeal. The individual working through burnout experiences a sense of loss of control in life. Lack of concentration. 2. Acknowledge that you are burnt out. People working through burnout lose their sense of perspective. More often than not, people just double down on their efforts to hack their way through productivity slumps. But the way to combat burnout effectively is to first acknowledge to yourself that burnout is real. Acknowledge burnout. Acknowledge you could be experiencing burnout. Fitness enthusiasts are usually guilty of this. They chase muscle pumps and soreness and ultimately end up doing more damage than good. Acceptance and acknowledgement are powerful because they will help prepare you mentally to regain motivation after burnout. You should also take the Maslich Burnout Inventory test to make sure that you are in fact suffering from burnout. 3. Identify why you are feeling burnt out. Regaining motivation after burnout requires that you identify the causes first. You can talk to a friend, sibling, or even a professional therapist to get to the bottom of your predicament. You should understand the factors that drive your motivation, the type of motivation, and what other possible explanations are there for your burnout. According to various researches conducted in the field of work-related stress, there is a strong causal link between certain professions and burnout. Jobs in the services sector, medical, and education are often the most fulfilling, but at the same time, they can be immensely taxing on your motivation. Over time, when you lose sight of the meaning the work represents for you, feelings of fatigue can set in rather quickly. 4. Determine what gave you meaning and happiness before the burnout. The best way to extricate yourself from burnout and regain your motivation is to remind yourself of the time when you first started your job, business, or any activity where you are experiencing burnout. Remind yourself of the meaning that work carried for you, the happiness you felt when you first started. Identify your why and watch all else fall into its place. Also, at this point, you should have already identified the extrinsic or intrinsic direction of your motivation. 5. Ask for help. Many times in life, we think we are alone in any given situation. Asking for help is the last thing on our mind because we think our problem is unique to us and no one will be able to understand our predicament. Asking for help example. Ask for help. Burnout too is something that most of us have experienced alone, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can talk to your friends, siblings, colleagues, relatives or seek professional help to quickly acquire your motivation after burnout. Talking to someone will help in identifying the causes and symptoms, acknowledging burnout, and suggesting possible remedies for getting back your motivation after burnout. 6. Take some time off. Stepping back, resetting, and coming back refreshed is a guaranteed way to drive productivity, but, even more importantly, it is also an excellent burnout preventive measure. Overly stressed out people need some space to feel normal again. Space to breathe away the stress. In the book, Great at Work, Morten Hansen argues that taking breaks from time to time is a great way to boost productivity. So the next time when you go up to your boss asking for time off to go on a vacation, tell him or her it is for productivity. 7. Live a balanced life. All the beautiful things in life are balanced. The yin balances the yang. Yin-yang balance. Live a balanced life. Aware of this fact, you should always strive to separate your home life from your work life as much as possible. Don't bring your work projects home or answer work-related emails or calls when you are enjoying time with the family. A balanced life is where you have your day segmented into specific blocks of time. You should take into consideration not letting work and home life mix. Another way to lead a more balanced life is by taking up a hobby. A hobby is something that you do for the sake of doing because you enjoy it. There are a lot of hobbies out there that you can choose from according to your wishes and personality.